Have you seen the notice about the positions in the administration building?
Yeah, I have, but I can't apply for them because of the requirements.
Well, I'm going to apply for one of the positions.
But look at the requirements for the positions. The notice says that you need to have completed 60 units.
I finished 45. That should be enough.
And is your grade point average 3.0 or higher? The notice says that a 3-point average is required.
My grade point average is 2.5. I'm sure that's close enough.
And what about your availability? The notice says you have to be free either in the mornings or in the afternoons. And I know you have at least one class in the morning and one in the afternoon.
I'm sure that won't be a problem either. And the notice says that good computer and telephone skills are required. And I have both.
You may have good telephone skills, but you're always having to ask me for help with your computer. I think you're wasting your time thinking about these positions.
I think this job sounds perfect for me. I've already submitted my application.
Oh, this girl is really stupid. Why on earth she cannot understand the situation and the difficulty to get the job of administration building. It's ridiculous.
In economics class today, I'll be talking about zero-sum games. Theoretically, zero-sum games are a part of gaming theory, but the concept of zero-sum games has applications in a variety of academic areas. We'll be talking today first about the theoretical concept of zero-sum games, and later about its application, of course, in the field of economics. Theoretically, a zero-sum game is a game where the total number of points is fixed. If two players, players A and B, are playing a zero-sum game with a total of 100 points possible, then A and B each play to win the highest number of the 100 points available. If A wins 60 points, then B wins the remaining 40 points. If A wins 25 points, then B wins the remaining 75 points. A non-zero-sum game is the opposite, a game where the total number of points is not fixed. In one game, perhaps player A wins 20 points, and player B wins 30 points, for a total of 50 points. In another game, A wins 80 points, and B wins 70 points, for a total of 150 points. Now let's take this gaming theory, the zero-sum gaming theory, and apply it to economics. Let's think first about a zero-sum economic system. In a zero-sum economy, there's a fixed amount of resources. In this economy, A has some of the resources, and B has the rest. If A wants more in a zero-sum economy, the only way to get more is to take from B, because there's only a fixed amount, and B has whatever A doesn't have. In a non-zero-sum economic system, the total amount of resources is not fixed. More resources can be created. If A has a certain amount of resources, A can either take some resources from B, or can simply create more resources, because the total amount of resources isn't fixed. Your assignment for tomorrow is to look at the different economic theories we've been discussing so far. They're listed on page 20 in the text, if you don't remember what they are. Look at the different theories in terms of the gaming theory I've just talked about, and decide whether you think each of these theories is based upon the belief that the economy is a zero-sum economy or a non-zero-sum economy.
結構難しい課題だね。それは明日はやってもいいってのはきつい。It is hard to do.
Let me talk a bit about the expression catch-22.
Catch-22.
Do you understand what a catch-22 is? This expression is so well known now that it has entered the American lexicon. Well, a catch-22 is a situation that is unresolvable, one where there is no good choice, no best path to take. In Heller's novel, the catch-22 is a very specific catch in a very specific situation. The situation in which the protagonist found himself was that he wanted to get out of combat by declaring himself insane. So you see that in this situation, there was a very specific catch. In American culture now, though, this expression is used more generally. It refers to any situation where there's a catch, where there's no solution, where there's no way out. One more bit of information about the expression catch-22, about the number 22 in the expression. This number doesn't have any real meaning. It just signifies one in a long line of catches. Heller really could have used any number. It didn't have to be 22. When Heller was first writing a book, he used the number 14. The book was originally titled Catch-14. Then, in the production process, the number was changed to 18, so the title was Catch-18. But then there was a problem with the number 18, because there was another book with 18 in the title. So Heller's title became Catch-22.
そんなことがあるんね。そのキャッチの意味がわからんのですよ。キャッチの意味がわからんっていうのはどういうこと